guys, it's your bro Rich here today in this video, and it's now part 2 on the Tesla Cybertruck. So today in this video I am now on the design of the vehicle. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you are alerted when I make the uploads. Alright. So without any further ado, let's begin. So today I am on design. So now we're on inspiration and styling. Here we go. According to Elon Musk, the design of the Cybertruck was inspired by Blade Runner. And Let Nelly. So Let Nelly. So N-E-L-L-I-E. The Lotus is pre-driven by James Bond in The Spy Who Loved Me, which doubled as a submarine in June 2019. So, in June 2019, Musk noted that amphibious vehicles were technically possible, and claimed Tesla had the design for one. He also said that he believed the market for such vehicles would be small but enthusiastic. Musk had bought the Let Nelly used in filming at a 2013. So 2013 saw the Bees auction. Like most vehicles, the Cybertruck can float for short periods of time. So for those who don't know what Sotheby's is, or Sotheby's as they call it, it's a British-founded multinational corporation with headquarters in New York City. It's one of the world's largest brokers of fine and decorative art, jewelry, and collectibles. It has 80 locations in 40 countries and maintains a significant presence in the UK. Say Sotheby's auction. Like most vehicles, the Cybertruck can float for short periods of time. In the Musk biography by Walt Isaacson. Say by Walt Isaacson. In the Musk biography by Walter Isaacson. Born May 20th, 1952, was an American historian and journalist, best known for having written biographies of important public figures, including Benjamin Franklin, Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, and Elon Musk himself. As of 2024, this year, Isaacson is a professor at Tulane University. Man, say at Tulane University. So T-U-L-A-N-E. So Tulane University, and since 2018, an interviewer for both the PBS and CNN news show Amanpour and Company. Say in the Musk biography by Walter Isaacson. Elon Musk's son.
Saxon.
Elon Musk's son, Saxon, was quoted as asking, "Why doesn't the future look like the future?" Which is kind of interesting, but kind of Musk used as an inspiration for the design and repeated during the delivery event. Lars Moravi confirmed Musk's involvement. Elon threw in that it had to drive like a sports car, but have all the utility of a pickup truck. Basically, we were sweating bullets. Kind of weird. Franz von Holzhausen stated the design process. So design process started by unpacking existing pickup trucks and realizing that the market hasn't changed at all. Like Gandini, so Marcello Gandini, who's an Italian car designer, born August 26th, 1938, died March 13th, 2024. May rest in peace. Almost 4 months has passed since his passing. Well, since I don't really want to say death because it kind of sounds vague. So he was an Italian car designer, widely known for his work with the Italian car design house Bertone, where his work included designing the Alfa Romeo Carabo, and Montreal Lancia Stratos Zero, Maserati Kempson, Ferrari GT4, Fiat X19, and several Lamborghinis, including the Bravo. Say a Bravo Miura. Anyway, so he was an Italian car designer, widely known for his work with the Italian car design house Bertone, where his work included designing the Alfa Romeo Carabo, and Montreal Lancia Stratos Zero, Maserati Kempson, Ferrari GT4, Fiat X19, and several Lamborghinis, including the Bravo, Miura, Marzal, Espada, Uraco, and Countach. Gandini himself said his design interests prioritized vehicle architecture, construction, assembly, and mechanisms over styling. So, in a Musk biography by Walter Isaacson, Musk's son, was quoted as asking, why doesn't the future look like the future? So why doesn't the future look like the future? Which Musk used as an inspiration for the design, and repeated during the delivery event. Lars Moravi confirmed Musk's involvement. Elon threw in that he had to drive like a sports car but have all the utility of a pickup truck. Basically, we were sweating bullets. Franz von Holzhausen stated that the design process started by pickup trucks and realizing that the market hasn't changed a lot, so we're on our track. Like Contini. So like Contini, we wanted to do something dramatic that changed everything. I had this simple idea right in the beginning. So right in the start, this exoskeleton idea, a low resolution looking type of truck, and out of that side project, we made a full-size clay model to show Elon, and he's like, "That's what we're doing." Sid Ned. His full name is Sydney J. No, not Med. Mead. So Sid Mead. His full name is Sydney J. Mead. Born July 18th, 1933. Passed away December 30th, 2019. So 5 days after Christmas. He was an American industrial designer, and neo-futurist concept artist. He made designs for science fiction films such as Blade Runner, Aliens, and Tron. Mead has been described as the artist who illustrates the future and one of the most influential concept artists and industrial designers of our time. Sydney met Blade Runner's artistic director, called the Cybertruck, stylistically breathtaking. Shortly after the unveiling, Frank Stevenson, who's a Moroccan-born Spanish-American automobile designer who had worked for Ford, BMW, Mini, which they own, Ferrari, Maserati, Fiat, Lancia, Alfa Romeo, and McLaren. He's best known for redesigning the Mini as the Mini Hatch. So Frank Stevenson was critical, calling the design almost repulsive, but tempered his criticism by noting it has the potential to be extremely beautiful by softening the hard lines. Automotive designer Adrian Clark was more unsparing. The Cybertruck is a low polygon joke that only exists in the fever dreams of Tesla fans, that stands high on the smell of Elon Musk's flatulences. Unsure what that is, but I don't know. Giugiaro, born August 7th, 1938, who was an Italian automotive designer who has worked on supercars and popular everyday vehicles. Born in Garasio, Cuneo, Piedmont, in Italy, like northwest Italy, who was named Car Designer of the Century in 1999 and inducted into the Automotive Hall of Fame in the year 2002. He was awarded the Compasso de Oro Industrial Design Award 6 times. He created originating the origami car design trend with the Lotus Esprit, BMW M1, and DMC DeLorean. The Cybertruck is a low-polygon joke that only exists in the fever dreams of Tesla fans that stands high on the smell of Elon Musk's flatulences. Giorgetto Giugiaro created originating the origami car design trend with the Lotus Esprit, BMW M1, and Lotus Esprit, BMW M1, BMW M1, and DMC DeLorean. So DMC DeLorean. DMC DeLorean stated in 2023, last year, that when you step outside the norms, it's almost always seen as a provocation. The Cybertruck will surely be successful. I'm convinced it will find its admirers. Next up is exterior. Christ, there's a lot. So now we're on exterior. Sources vary regarding the precise nature of the Cybertruck's chassis, with two Motor Trend publications asserting that it's conventional unibody and a Top Gear review stating that the vehicle is an exoskeleton. Sources conflict on whether the stainless steel body is load bearing. The 300 series stainless steel panels have a thickness of 1.8 and 1.4 millimeters, 0.071, so 0.071 and 0.055 inches. Should we do it the way around? But that's okay. For the doors and body, so both the doors and the whole body, respectively, according to a factory tour video. For comparison, the 2019 prototype featured 3 millimeters, so 3 millimeter thick, 1/8 of an inch cold rolled. So cold rolled or cold formed steel panels, according to Elon Musk. These panels cannot be stamped, so cannot be stamped like conventional automobile parts, but instead are laser cut and then bent along straight lines, according to Tesla's VP of Vehicle Engineering. So according to Lars Moravi, Tesla's VP of Vehicle, so Tesla's Vice President of Vehicle Engineering. So Lars Moravi, Tesla's Vice President of Vehicle Engineering. Tesla had to invent a manufacturing process called air bending, which shapes the steel with high air pressure without actually touching the surface. The truck's stainless steel finish is prone to rust spots and requires special care, such as avoiding washing the car in direct sunlight. Because otherwise, if that happens, then it might just start to rust. Anyways, and I used to be a president in college, but now I wasn't. Well, now I'm not anymore. I don't go to college anymore, so forget about it. Anyways, in 2019, it was reportedly going to use the same stainless steel alloy developed by Tesla in partnership with A.K.A, which is a company listed on the Amsterdam, Brussels, Paris, Madrid, and Luxembourg stock exchanges, and with facilities in Brazil, Belgium, and which concentrates on the production of both stainless steel and something called specialty steel. Interesting. It was spun out of ArcelorMittal, which is a Luxembourg-based multinational steel manufacturing corporation headquartered in Luxembourg City, which is the capital of Luxembourg. So it was spun out of ArcelorMittal at the start of 2011. So start of 2011. So early 2010s. The facilities that became A.K.A. had about 27% by turnover of the stainless steel market as of 2009. 15 years ago at that time. In 2011, that'll be like around 12, 13 years ago, somewhere around there. So in 2019, it was reportedly going to use the same stainless steel alloy. So stainless steel alloy developed by Tesla in partnership with A.K.A. Next up is glass. The windows use something called borosilicate glass. Should a chip form, a hoop stress ring forms, preventing spread. Next up is power drain, because the power drainer is quite interesting. It's a power drain. Which is quite, looking at it right now, it's quite confusing. I'll explain. So we're on power drain. Tesla stated that they use a platform. So that they use a platform. They use a platform approach to the power drain. So power drain components using only a single permit magnet motor, rotor slash stator design, a single induction motor, rotor slash stator design, and single motor inventor design, and a single gear set design for all three configurations. Of Cybertruck. Tri-motor all-wheel drive. Says with three motors. Dual motor all-wheel drive. Says with 2 motors, and a single motor rear-wheel drive. Says with only one electric motor. Delivering a range of power from 845 horsepower on the tri-motor down to a huge decrease to 315 horsepower, which is 530 horsepower less. We have 315 horsepower in a single motor version. What? That doesn't make any sense. All powertrain components for both motor types are housed in a liquid-cooled integrated subassembly that includes the rotor stator, so rotor slash stator, inverter, and the 15 to 1 ratio, so 15 to 1 ratio gear set. The dual motor all-wheel drive version uses an induction motor on the front axle with a maximum output of 303 horsepower and a permanent magnet motor on the rear axle with a maximum output of 297 horsepower for a total power output of 600 horsepower. The tri-motor all-wheel drive version, known as the Cyber Beast, swaps motor locations. So motor locations. PM to front axle, IM to rear axle. So PM to front axle, IM to rear axle. And it adds a second induction motor on the rear axle. 845 horsepower in beast mode. Quite interesting. Split as 276. So 276 horsepower. So 276 horsepower to the front motor and 284 horsepower for each rear motor. And by the way, 276 horsepower would be the same amount of power as an R32, R33, and R34 Skyline GTRs, but that's the gentleman agreements power output in real life. So realistically, it would make like more than 350 horsepower, somewhere around there. The rear-wheel drive version. So the rear-wheel drive version announced for delayed production now before next year, 2025. Said 2025 will be equipped with a single permanent magnet motor on the rear axle in late 2021. So it's like 2 or 3 years ago, somewhere right there. Saying in late 2021, Tesla contemplated adding a quad motor option. So it was 4 electric motors. So a quad motor option, but this was not retained in the production. So in the production vehicles as brought to market in late 2023. Now we got a graph. So we got a graph here showing the info, so we got spec and model. So spec / model, single motor rear wheel drive. So single motor rear wheel drive. Then we got dual motor all wheel drive, and then tri-motor all wheel drive, known as the Cyber Beast. So without me saying, I'm just gonna show you. If you want, you can pause the video so you can take a look at all the info that there is for this car. Because about to tell you all of this is just gonna take forever. Next up is suspension. So suspension, chassis, and steering. The Cybertruck uses active air suspension. The Cybertruck uses active air suspension at both axles. The truck has self-leveling. So the truck has what is called self-leveling. So self-leveling suspension, which refers to an automobile suspension system. So automobile suspension system that maintains a constant ride height of the vehicle above the road, regardless of load. So the truck has self-leveling suspension that can compensate for variable load weights up to 12 inches, 30 centimeters of suspension travel, and 17.4 inches, 44 centimeters of ground clearance are provided. So provided with a 35 degree, so with a 35 degree approach angle and 28 degree departure angle. The Cybertruck uses steer-by-wire. So in the context of the automotive industry, it's a technology or a system that allows steering some or all of the vehicle's wheels without a steering column that turns the direction of those wheels mechanically. It's different from electric power steering or power assist, as those systems still rely on the steering column to transfer some steering torque to the wheels. It's often associated with other drive-by-wire technologies. Say the Cybertruck uses steer-by-wire controlled by a yoke-style steering apparatus or steering wheel. All turns can be completed with less than a full rotation, 340 degrees lock to lock, 170 degrees in each direction. Four wheel steering. For rear wheels up to 10 degrees reduces the turning circle. Steering is both speed sensitive and damped to mitigate whipping. So whipping the steering wheel violently in rough terrain. The front motor can deliver all of its torque to one wheel using a locking differential. The wheels have 6 lug nuts to handle the available torque. The handling balance can be adjusted to allow drifting, which I talked about over a year ago, drifting. God, this is taking forever. Next up is range, battery, and charging. Dual motor all-wheel drive is specified with an estimated range of 550 kilometers, 340 miles, while Cyberbeast models have a range of 510 kilometers, 320 miles. A rear-wheel drive model slated to begin production in 2025 next year has a range of 400 kilometers, 250 miles. The Cybertruck has an 816 volt nominal 150 AH structural battery pack. So battery pack with a maximum capacity of 123 kilowatts. The battery pack serves as a structural member. And is composed of 4,680 lithium-ion battery cells. stated energy density of 170 watts per kilo for the entire, so 170 watts per kilogram for the entire pack. The overall battery pack weight is approximately 720 kilos. So 720 kilos, 1,590. So 1,590 pounds. The battery is claimed to charge at a maximum rate of 350 kilowatts at charging stations compatible of supplying 800 volts direct current power. So DC direct current power, as we confused with Washington DC, that's kind of sense to it. So direct current power, Tesla claims that up to either 128, so like 206 or 219. So 206 or 219 kilometers, 128 or 136, so 128 or 136 miles for either tri-motor or dual-motor versions, respectively. Of range can be added in 15 minutes of charging at 400 volts. Direct current, the onboard charger can accept. So the onboard charger can accept. So the onboard charger can accept. The battery is claimed to charge at a maximum rate of 350 kilowatts at charging stations compatible of supplying 800 volts direct current power. Tesla claims that up to 128 or 136 miles, 206 or 219 kilometers, tri-motor or dual-motor versions, respectively, of range can be added in 15 minutes of charging at 400 volts. Direct currents are on the right track. The onboard charger can accept. The onboard charger can accept alternating current. I think it is AC power at a maximum rate of 11.5 kilowatt. So 11.5 kilowatts at 240 volts. So 240 volts, 48 amps. The 800 volts, so 800 volt split pack battery. So split pack, so 800 volt split pack battery is composed of two smaller 400 volt batteries. Contractors connect them in parallel for backwards compatibility with existing 400 volt direct current charging infrastructure. The service menu shows the current state of either series or parallel high voltage / charging. Next up we got is range extender. So range extender, both the dual and tri-motor configurations can be ordered with a range extender option, which adds a 50 kilowatt hour battery to the car. So 50 kilowatt hour battery to the vehicle. The battery occupies approximately a third, which is 33.3% of the truck bed, and increases range by 120 to 130 miles, 190 to 210 kilometers. It's intended for long trips or towing heavy loads up mountains. Next up we got is vehicle provided power. The Cybertruck offers up to the Cybertruck offers up to 9.6 kilowatts. So 9.6 kilowatts of V2L vehicle to load continuous AC power throughout 5 outlets, 420 volts. So 420 volts, 20 amp, not amp. What is amp? So 40 amp outlets. NEMA 520. 2 in a bed and 2 in a cabin, and then one 240 volt. So 240 volts, 40 amp outlets, NEMA 14-15 in the bed. In addition, the Cybertruck also supports up to 11.5, so 11 and a half kilowatts, kilowatt AC alternating current. I think it was alternating current output for vehicle to home, V2H, or vehicle to vehicle, V2V charging. So V2V charging, a Tesla wall, a TWC Tesla wall connector, and either a Tesla gateway or power wall. So power wall are required to enable bi-directional loads to a home. Power share in the Cybertruck does not directly support V2G, vehicle to grid supply, due to regulations for feeding power to the grid. Next up is, this is kind of cool and interesting, wait mode. So wait mode allows the vehicle to cross water up to 2.5 feet, 0.76 meters deep. It uses something called scuba. It's a scuba pack. Not to be confused with scuba diving. So scuba diving or scuba masks or whatever. We'll snorkel a mask. So scuba pack to create positive pressure inside the battery to keep water from entering. Next up is mid-voltage electrical system. The Cybertruck uses a 48 volt electrical system. This 48 volts direct current is fed to electric powered components, including steering actuators, oil pumps, oil pumps at the drive units, window regulator motors, wiper motor, accessory power feed to the front 400 watts. So to the front truck 400 watts, and to the roof also 400 watts, with a combined power output of 800 watts. 3-domain controller ECUs, so electronic control units, A.K.A. an ECM, electronic control module, the touchscreen, and a 48 volt lithium-ion battery. So ECUs, so 3-domain controller ECUs, the touchscreen, and a 48 volt lithium-ion battery. Next up is interior. The Cybertruck has 5 seats, 7cm touchscreen display. So touchscreen display in the front for most of the climate, media, and vehicle controls. The vehicle also contains a 9.4 inch, so 9.4 inch, 24cm, so 24cm touchscreen for the rear seat passengers. The Cybertruck has a steering wheel in the shape of a, this one's kind of funny, squircle, which is both a combination of both a square and a circle, with a flat top and bottom and round sides. Alright, next up is cargo bed. The cargo bed is 1800 millimeters, 1800, so approximately 1800 millimeters, 72 inches long, so 72 inches long, and 1200 millimeters, 48 inches wide, so 48 inches wide. It has a motorized roller shutter style. So it has a motorized roller shutter style tonneau cover, enclosing a storage area of 67 cubic feet, 1.9 meters cubed, almost 2 meters cubed. The cargo bed has sloped sidewalls. When the tonneau cover is closed, the rear window is blocked, rendering the traditional rearview mirror view unusable. So it's not really useful at all. This is resolved by use of an electronic rearview mirror image. So electronic rearview mirror image for the rear-facing cameras. To aid visibility when reversing, parking, and towing. The bed area is illuminated with LED light strips along each side. Contains a storage area, below the main cargo deck, behind the rear wheels, and has both 120 and 240 volts alternating current AC power outlets. And last up is network. The Cybertruck. So the Cybertruck uses a central bidirectional gigabyte ether loop, which is a hybrid technology combining aspects of Ethernet with other technologies to achieve a result not possible with either technology alone. So, last part, network. The Cybertruck uses a central bidirectional gigabyte ether loop network with CAN, so controller area network bus satellites, so satellite networks to operate vehicle systems. The result is that data travels over the same network as opposed to traditional CAN bus systems, which require individual connections, reducing the amount of wiring in the vehicle. Audio travels over the same network, eliminating the need for audio specific wiring audio specific wiring. Our last part in denominator for comparison, while the number for comparison while the number of endpoints, so endpoints increased 50%, so 50% over the Model 3, so Tesla Model 3. The amount of cross vehicle wiring was reduced by 2/3, so it's like 66.6%. Alright, and so I'll end it there for now. So for the next Tesla Cybertruck video will be about production, both production, so production and availability, and also reception. Say reception. So I'm gonna do both of those for my next Tesla video. So yes, I know I almost got it done. So if I'm gonna do it, I will do it tonight. So for my next Tesla video will be about production. So production and availability and reception. Those are the only two parts I got left. Alright, so that'll be it. If you guys liked this video, like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you are alerted when I make new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I gotta go. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. So stay safe. Have a great morning. So have a great morning. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys soon. Good night.